Hey, you got time for a beer? I know I do. Welcome to my show. My name's Jake. It's Thursday, or we'll be here shortly. You can find me at tubajake_69 on Untapped YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Tell me your stories. I like to hear them. I'll tell them to you, or tell their stories, your stories. I'll tell the stories to everybody if you let me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Gets me out there so other people know what you enjoy watching. The beer that I've got for you today is Honey Lav by Blackrocks Brewing. It's out of Marquette, Michigan. They make good stuff. Their 51K is pretty decent. I like that a lot. This one caught my eye because of the gigantic bee on there, and I like beers that are brewed with honey. So I grabbed this one. It says, "This American wheat is brewed with Michigan honey and a dash of lavender. Enjoy this limited summertime release with anything under the sun or the moon. As always, unfiltered." So, a few things we know out of this. It's a wheat beer, so it's going to be hazy. It's unfiltered, so it's going to be hazy, which is good. Should be honey-y. Let's see, does it have a ABV on here where I can see it quickly? 5.2%. So it's fairly light overall, so that should be good. And then it's supposed to taste a little bit like lavender. So weird, it tastes like flowers. So hoppy? I don't know. Lavender's a pretty light flavor. This might have been sitting a little bit longer than what I was expecting. Because, oh, maybe not. Just need to get down to the bottom where all the stuff comes out. It started out looking very clear. Got down to the bottom and then it hazed up, which that's fine. Let's see. Kind of smells like honey and gingerbread, which is interesting. I mean, it's not terribly surprising because of the wheat that it would taste, that would smell bready. That's good. I mean, weird thing is, it does kind of taste like gingerbread. I mean, I was having the Moscow meals from, or not Moscow meals. That's a different brewery. But the oh, what is that one? Moscow something. Mule beer. That's what it is. From Shorts earlier. So that's on my mind. I mean, my first thought was that this was going to taste a lot more like mead, which I was really hoping for because the Moscow Mule from Sellerman's, it's where my friend used to work, part owner. That was really good, and I really liked it. And they don't make meads that are like that I've seen anywhere else around here. But yeah, this one kind of tastes like gingerbread. I'm not gonna lie. It's not what I was expecting. It's good. I would drink a lot more of these. And at 5.2%, it would not be difficult to drink a lot more of these. Bready, which that makes sense. We're gonna go with floral. I mean, that could be the yeast from the wheat, like the yeast esters from the wheat, or it could be from the dash of lavender that they left in there, or that they put in there. I'm not getting a real strong honey taste. Like with the Hop Slam, you get a heavy honey taste. That it's more of a mouthfeel thing, really. And you can feel that there's honey in this. It's just not what I was expecting. What is it in a 5-gallon batch? If you put in a pound of honey, it raises the ABV by 1%. That sounds right. And it's only 5.2. This does definitely have wheat in it. You can taste it, which is nice. Does this remind me of any beers? Well, the Moscow Mule, a little bit from Cellarman's, a little bit of that. The mule beer from Shorts, a little bit of that, which is weird because you wouldn't expect that. A little bit of Oberon. I mean, it's because wheat beers, that's what I go to. I mean, I've had one other wheat beer that's stood out, and that was the Flying Dog. And that was just because it tasted like you were drinking Wheaties, and that was strange to me at that point in time. But like, it was heavy like that, and you could almost feel the chunks of wheat, flaked wheat in your teeth while you were drinking the beer. And it was an experience for sure. I don't know if it's one that I want to repeat, but it's actually, I would, because I want to know what that's really like. Because when I was having it, I was much younger. It was probably pretty close to 20 years ago. Yeah, pretty close. Like, not quite, like 15-ish. But it's really good. I was expecting something a little bit heavier, which hence the tulip glass. A little bit more honey, hence the tulip glass. But I'm not disappointed in it. It wasn't what I was expecting, but this is good. It's good beer. It's drinkable. This is crushable. Enjoy it under the sun or the moon or the starlit sky. I keep trying to taste the lavender, and I'm just not. Maybe I don't know what lavender tastes like. It doesn't taste as much like flowers as I was expecting. I was expecting like Hop Slam. My beer tastes like flowers. I mean, hops, but flowers nonetheless. Unless you've eaten an orchid, in which case you know what a flower tastes like. In which case a flower tastes like green bananas. If it's an orchid, that's what it tastes like. Green bananas for sure. Uh-oh. Oh, good. We are still recording. Let's see what else. Is there a story that this reminds me of? Do I go with the wheat beer story? Do I go with Marquette story? Do I go with a Cellarman story? Let's go with going to get that wheat beer. Okay, so there, I don't know if it's still there, but Teal Double D's was a thing when I was in college. It was a small liquor store that was like right in the middle of a neighborhood. It was convenient for a lot of people because you could just walk there from like Bellows or so. Pretty walkable. So, you know, people would walk down there buying stuff. It was nice. I saw a multi-pack of Flying Dog, all in bottles. I was like, hey, I've never tried any of this stuff. Let's get that. So we got that. Took it out. I think we were going disc golfing because it was all in bottles. So we went out disc golfing, and I was like, okay, we'll try this one. We'll try this one. And like somebody was like, I'll try this one. I'll try this one. I think there were three of us. I think it was Mikey and Jared then. So we go out and we're playing. And I'm like, I think my first one was the wheat beer. I was like, have you guys tried this before? You definitely should. You know, there's three of us, so everybody gets one of each at least. You definitely should. I'm not going to tell you what it tastes like, but it's interesting. So, you know, the next guy finishes their beer because I finished mine first because that's how I drink it. Next guy was like, this tastes like Wheaties. And, you know, they cracked their beers about the same time. And the other one was like, yep, that's that flavor. And it was. It tastes like Wheaties. Flying Dog's wheat beer tastes like Wheaties. This one tastes like it's got ginger in it, which is amazing. I like that a lot. That's not a thing that they put into it, but it's good. Sweet, light-ish. It's not dark, but that's fine because this is a good beer. I've got a quote for you. Quote today's from Albert Einstein. He said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Nowadays, he would have to be careful what he's saying, but I get it. Because, I mean, imagination can become knowledge if it's the right imagination, if you're thinking about the right things. You can know things and then they come true, I suppose. Like comlinks on Star Trek, let's say. And you got a cell phone in your pocket. That's kind of how that works. Sort of. Not really exactly, but kind of. So anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to all my things. You can find me on Untapped YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, all at tubajake_69. Tell me your stories. I like to hear them. I like to know you're listening, watching. So, anyway, I'll see you next time when you got time for a beer.